Alright, back down at the farm. I was going to film this as I was doing it, and well, Dad came out and we got to talking, and there's the trailer. Notice there's nothing on it. I'll walk out here to the barn real quick. Hi, little Mr. Jetstar 3. Two bottom rope trip and a 3 bottom hydraulic, and there's another 3 bottom rope trip back there that is like except for the fact that it's all rusted. All the wear parts on it is just pristine. Yeah, there's all that stuff. You've seen that pile before, but anyhow, kind of finish up the PGR trip to Ohio and wrap up the 302 Super video series. We might do one more if we get to the local tractor show. Yummy. Pardon me. Everybody notice? EB rule number 1, Ethan Berry rule number 1, strap the hood. Well, we talked about it in a previous video because, you know, no latchy. But she's in the barn. Now that it's in this bay of the barn, the south bay, and I get up here, I should have cut a couple more inches off of the muffler pipe, but that's all right. Big OG diesel back there hiding. We'll rearrange and shuffle some stuff. If this ladder hadn't been here when I parked the loader tractor, there's almost enough room to get Dad's little massive utility in there. Probably after show season this fall when we start putting stuff away. Well, I can't do that because it won't fit. The 5-star won't fit, but the GLP, the Jetstar 3, maybe even the 445. I don't know. I'm going to rearrange tractors. I'm going to start that next weekend, probably. Not next weekend. Weekend after next. Next weekend, starting on the 20th, Saturday the 20th. Me and a buddy are headed to Oshkosh, Wisconsin for the tractor show, and then I'll get back from that, and then I got that whole next week off after that as well to play with tractors. So we may work on, and because of height restrictions, we may pull the H and the UB Special out and poke them into that south bay, because everything back in there is project stuff. So that might be the plan, is to move those two over there, and then that'll free up all this space for 5-star 302 Super. Whatever. Yeah, but definitely got to have room for the Massey loader tractor, because, well, Dad's been putting a blade and chains on the little utility for snow removal, but it's always nice to have the loader available in the wintertime. So yeah, we may think about rearranging and moving the UB Special and the H back over here. Since we got all this cleaned out, there's enough room. We should be able to get things packed in here a little tighter, free up some more room over there in the taller bays. Yeah. Bird nest up there. I don't know if I videoed that or not, but they actually hatched a couple babies out of there. I think some barn swallows that build like a mud nest started building that, and then doves tried to build their straw nest on top of that, and I ended up a flake of freaking hay inside the radiator of the OG. But anyway, I want to get that thing going. Tried to burn up the 445 when I moved it last. Yeah, it was running, and I had hooked this wire back up to this center post on the voltage regulator, and with the way things burnt off, blah 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 blah, it kind of comes up here to this mess, and I think this is part of the wire, and I think this thing was actually making electrical contact to something in here was making electrical contact, because that's where all the crispy kind of starts at, is there. So yeah, oh, bare wire, dang it. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to Looks like maybe rewire the freaking 445. But one wire there, and then that goes the coil and stuff. And the best part was, while it was doing that, I had to unhook the battery because the... Is that why I unhooked the battery? I don't know. I think that's why I unhooked the battery, because the kill switch went south on me. Anyway, last time I was down here, Grandpa was dealing with a groundhog digging under the barn. We actually set this up with these blocks and stuff with the opening of the trap right in the opening that the groundhog was making, and he was under there when we set it. So next time he tried to come out, whammo jammo. It's my understanding that he got an acute lead injection and then dumped out in the field. But Dad thinks we got another one working out there in one of those sheds. So he's got another trap set out there in the field. Hope it doesn't know that we'll catch it out there, but anyway. So that's where we're at on tractors. Stuff's, you know, got to do some shuffling, make best use of the space we got so we can get everything put away for winter, because Jetstar 3 is still sitting out because of where it's still hooked to the baler, which needs work. There's the issues with the knotters, and I think I talked about that in others. Anyway, I am going to call this a wrap on the PGR show at Greenville, Ohio, and a wrap on the U302, unless I decide to do one more when I put it on the dyno down at the tractor show in Rushville. If I do, I'll try and get some help. Time to go fire up a cherry bomb and head to the family reunion. Anyway, I'll be back.